kalmıştık? Şu doktor ölmüştü. Allah Allah. Ben başta bu var zannediyordum ama.
No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat. The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death. The patients here wear the same robes.
Hastanın... Lady mi yapmış?
Heidi, how did it end up here?
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
Oo. Bunları bir yok edelim. Pardon. İşaret mi diyor?
We've got what we needed, Watson. This conspiracy reaches further than we thought. I don't suppose you've ever been to New Orleans?
You are joking.
I seldom do. Let's go. There's no time to waste.
New Orleans mi? Şimdi de.
There's nothing in this. Treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognize, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked. Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take over.
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits, what dangers lurk in the darkness.
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we seek. Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
Hastane işi bitti herhalde.
Ah, Holmes. After our trip to nippy Switzerland, I can certainly use some of this New World heat.
Do not get carried away, Watson. What we could certainly use are answers to my questions.
I know, but you look exhausted. Why don't we find the hotel first?
We shall rest when our investigation is over, and not a moment sooner. I shall ask you to handle our bags while I search for the bank.
As you wish. Oi! Stop it, you! Our luggage! Good Lord, what have you done? That's my stuff.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just put everything back. Where are the socks?
Haritaya bakacağım. Eyvallah Doğan, hoş geldin. Sağ olasın. Haritadan da bir şey anlaşılmıyor arkadaş.
Excuse me, just one question.
Ah, I know this. Yeah, let me help you.
Oo, ne çabuk bulduk bankayı.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
Help me, please.
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Yes, it really not very happy with them. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Herhalde
Help me, please.
bayanlara soralım.
I'm sorry, but I don't know. You might ask the others.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, I've not heard about that, sorry.
Excuse me, just one question.
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
More people missing here, too. Our ship leaves tomorrow morning. No room for sightseeing then. Black opals being auctioned at the banking house of E.W. Gray.
Açık arttırmaya gideceğiz herhalde. Sağdan mı soldan mı? Sağda bir şey yok gibi ama gidelim bakalım. Çin mahallesi.
Got a spot in mind?
Actually, I'm not sure yet.
Burası kapalı. Banka burası değil galiba. Polis departmanı. Banka nerede ya?
No.
Do you know anything about this?
Don't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better see.
Banka tren istasyonu hemen orada olabilir ya. Buralarda. Neyse, harita açılmış olur. Balıkçı bölgesini açtık, tamam. Ay, şunu hep karıştırıyorum ya. Balıkçı bölgesi, Çin mahallesi, liman başkanlığı. Trenden indik mi direkt sola gidecektim ya. Lan bankayı bulamadık ya.
Could you help me?
It isn't possible for me to help you. I'm sorry.
Ay anasını, bankayı bulamadık, şaka gibi.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't wish to be rude, but I don't have a clue about this.
Nasıl en ufak fikrin yok ya, dur bakayım ya. New Orleans Destek toplamalı. Aa, tamam ya. Banka limanın yukarısındaki caddede. Çin mahallesinde diyor. Solundaymış. Liman yukarısındaki caddede Çin Mahallesi karşıdaki liman başkanlığı binasının tarafında yer alıyor. Başkanlığı. Allah Allah. Liman Başkanlığı binasının sol tarafında. Lan liman başkanlığı burası. Sol tarafında dedi.
Can I ask you a question?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
Alpenfo, hoş geldin. Takip için teşekkürler. Ulan şuradaymış ya, anca gördüm.
Mr. Frank Barnaby,
2
right?
saattir arıyorum ya.
Auction's about to start.
Paranoya bağlı eleştirirsen düşünce. Paranoyak demeyelim adama ya direkt.
You have me mistaken, sir. My name...
If you ain't Frank Barnaby, you ain't coming in.
Listen, the fate of many lives is at stake.
I'm sure it is.
So, not going to let me in then?
No name, no invitation, no entry. Move along, mister. Ain't
Holmes,
nothing here for
over
you.
here. Any luck?
None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is, I know who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And do you think Mr. Barnaby will be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
Konuşarak bulmaya çalışalım.
America, Holmes. I never thought I should be so lucky as to visit.
May I
Gidelim mi?
ask for your assistance?
Oh, I've heard talk.
Aha. Aa, tamam. O yeri biliyorum, şuradaydı.
How marvelous, Holmes. A city within a city.
Indeed, those lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
Yok, şu içerideydi ya. Evet, şurası olması lazım. Aynen.
Locked. No one's here. Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Damn, he at it again. Barnaby still owes you. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll pay in blood.
Truly, a change of scenery does wonders for one's constitution. I feel invigorated.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Tamam.
This place, there's a Spartan charm, does it not?
It does. My soul
Nidator.
always yearn for London's gloom,
şurası.
but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice way. Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open. Look, Watson, the two of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Eureka!
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Holmes.
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
The hat and coat will do the heavy lifting. Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you redefine the word. Worked?
Where's my cash, Frank? In the bartender's tip jar?
Nereye geldim lan?
Where's the money, Barnaby?
I'll wait here so as not to arouse suspicion.
Mr. Barnaby.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Come on in.
Dur bakayım. Eyvallah, sağ ol. Hoş geldin.
Heavens, I never seen gems so big.
I simply must have them.
Eyvallah, teşekkür ettim, sağ olun.
This might be useful. I'll make a note. Can I ask you a question?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Unvertat. Tuş. Kitlenme tuşu hangisi? Kitlenme şey. Ha, sen klavye mouse'la mı oynuyorsun? Ben gamepad'le oynuyorum da şeyden bir bak istiyorsan.
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The
Klavye
auction will
ayarlarından
begin
orada
shortly.
vardır.
Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Clemens. I am
Ben de
Frank
yapıyorum,
Barnaby.
arkadaşlar da
I do have
yapıyor.
some questions, if you don't mind. These gems are rather curious. What can you tell me about them?
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from Coober Pedy, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
It doesn't say where these stones came from, no provenance, no previous owner.
Gamepad'le. Gamepad'le
I'm starting to
oynuyorsan
suspect they were
sağ yön
illegally
tuşu. Sağa sola
procured.
baktın. Onunla
What?
kilitleniyorsun.
We
Basın bir
would
kere
never.
basacaksın üstüne.
I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction. An hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, you know, I hold my liquor better than most. And the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity. Ha! What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grub?
Eyvallah, bir şey değil.
Sorry, Sheriff, but I don't have time for this.
Now, Frank, when I'm talking to you, everything else waits. If I want to talk, you talk. If I say jump, you say off which pier. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines. I've been more than reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come due.
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank. Now, assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Think careful now, 'cause Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. But fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators. So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Here's all I have.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Kanıt güncellenmeli.
Can I ask you a question?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you know anything about this?
Tekneye geri
I'm
dönüp.
sorry, but I've never heard of that.
Geri dönmen ne olursun işte. Tekne mi?
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes.
You know,
I'm going
I
back to the
think
boat to
look
get
actually
changed.
compliments you. Why bother changing it? Forget the sheriff. I'm sure it was simply bluster and bloviation.
Tekne dediği liman değildir herhalde. Vallahi değil. Şimdi tekne bulacağız arayıp. Nerededir ya? Balıkçı bölgesindedir herhalde. Ya tekne neresi arkadaş ya?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better, sir.
Just tell me what you've learned.
Aa, işimiz var.
Are you able to help me?
No, first I've heard of it.
Excuse me, just one question.
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better, sir.
Okay, fine. Change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
Shit ya. Of. Teknemiz mi vardı da arkadaş? Tekne burası galiba.
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby.
Aynen.
Welcome home.
Do you know anything about this?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Lan niye giremiyoruz?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Do you know anything about this?
No, honey, I've heard nothing.
Allah Allah. Ha yukarı. Lan tekne burası.
Perhaps you'd like someone new today, Frank. How about Miss Trixie or Joni?
Okay, fine. Change your clothes. We'll talk afterwards. And I thought I was the vain one.
No, no! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
A pox on the crew.
Lan kıyafetler nereye gitti benim? Allah bulamadık ya. Tekne, tekne, tekne, tekne. İnternetten bakayım bari ya. Ne uğraşıyorsam böyle. 2 saat tekne harcayacağımıza.
Oh, bollocks, now our clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the
dibinden
luggage had
geçmişim
legs
ya.
of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
I ain't sure what you did to the sheriff, but it must have been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect, miss, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
John, I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on board the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
This Mr. Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the nymph.
Tamam.
Frank, darling, I'm flattered, but you
6
know I'm
numaralı o da. 1, 2.
Well, look at you. All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne'll know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole Quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Tamam, balıkçı köyü. Orayı biliyoruz. Geldi.
Forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're
Okay,
critiquing
fine,
wardrobes,
change your
Holmes,
clothes,
maybe you can
we'll talk
explain why you
afterwards.
used to roll
And
just
I thought
one
I was the
sleeve
vain
up.
one.
Did you get bored
Ne
halfway through?
konuştunuz bak. Ha. Diyor. Yaşıyor ve çalışıyor. Tamam.
May I ask you something?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Ne diyor? İnsanlar yani başımızda bir teknenin üzerinde kulübede yaşadığını söylüyor. Ama tekne şuradaydı.
Tocqueville? Lafayette! Hush now. No offense, Cher. Them two don't take kindly to gents. Especially foreigners. How can champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe. Maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Cher. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
May have been 1, 2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire him out for dollars. Or a bottle of you know what.
Thank you for the offer and the help.